Hello and welcome. Do you want to be able to place an armor stand down and be able to locate your buried treasure? Well, you've come to the right place. Let's get started. So this is done with a couple of commands here, and I wanted to do this so I can have some way to locate like certain things somewhere, like a Hermitron box. And so then I wanted to be able to do it for like one person, like a beacon. You could just set up a beacon, but then you'd be able to mine that or whatever. But anyways, so what I've done here is if you get an armor stand and you just place it anywhere, I'm gonna place mine like here, and then you get a redstone torch and place it there. Bam! The armor stand points to where the location is. This is the locator. And I just have that set up with two commands here. So basically at the armor stand, it'll see if there's a redstone torch at the bottom. If there is, then it'll teleport the armor stand to face the location. So if I'll just do that. If I just get rid of that and I just place an armor stand here and then place the redstone torch, you see that the armor stand is facing there, but his arm is facing that way. So what this does is this offsets it to where the arm is actually pointing to where you need to go. So that's a cool thing. You can just go around and like just do stuff. So for this to work, I've actually set up a ticking area. There's a ticking area for the command blocks, and I also set up a ticking area for the location. There is one problem with it though, so let me just spread myself somewhere. Let's do 1270 for myself. So now I'm just out in the wilderness somewhere, and if I drop down, I should be able to use these to locate. So that over there somewhere, over here somewhere. So I should be able to locate where the thing is. So if it's like a designated Hermitron for you, then you can just do it this way. I was thinking of maybe doing the banner on a map trick thing, but I found that that doesn't work in Bedrock Edition. So, and also you would have to actually like go to the place and then do it on your own map, unless they did it somehow with commands. So what I was gonna do, I was gonna have it to where you had to name it locator, but I found that if you break it and you're in survival mode, you won't get the name tag back. So then it's like, well, your name tags are gone, so you're gonna have to make a new one and then place it somewhere else, and that would have been tedious. If you want to do that, you can do that, but I just wanted to do it like this. Let's see if I can find where he is. I know he's in a jungle, I think. No. I don't know his surrounding area that much. Oh, this way? So this is a really cool system, and I really like it. This is a big jungle. Let's try and figure... Oh, I think this is... Yep. You can see something happening here. I just set these in a ring around him, just pointing at him. So yeah, the location, all you have to do is just name him location. So if I get rid of him and then put him like here and have his name location, they all just vroom, point to him. So that's pretty cool. So one problem that I did find is if you did the spread player and put location in a random location, then he would be in an unloaded chunk, and that's why I have the ticking area. So if I open up ticking area and I do list, there's one for commands, which are the commands over there, and there's one for location, and the location is here. So if you do the spread player, then you'd have to. So he's in this destination here. So if you try and put him somewhere else, then you won't have the ticking area there. So he's not gonna register. So if you're like really far away and like he's like here, then and you're like way over there at the spawn, wherever the spawn is, then it's if you try and access him with a command, you're not going to be able to access him because he's out of your render distance. So you need to put him in a ticking area, but you can't put him in a ticking area because you have to know where he is with commands. So that's a little bit of a problem there. But one way that you could do it, let's go back. So TP, nope, that, there we go. So one way to do this would be to use the player, since the player creates its own ticking area, like all this is loaded, and then you randomly teleport the player using the spread players, and then you set up the ticking area, and then you teleport the player back. But of course, whenever you're doing the spread player, you can see what's happening. So this is just an example. So then you make the player not able to see anything. Randomly teleport him, set up the ticking area, and then teleport him back to where he was, and then put the armor stand there. So that would be a way to do it. And it would require a little bit of command blocks and things like that. So right here, I have it to where it adds the ticking area, but of course there's already a ticking area around him, and this one removes it. So if I remove it right now, then you can see here, no targets match selector. It can't find an entity named location because it's just out of the radius, out of the player's radius, and not in a ticking area. But I do know where he is. I don't need that. He is around here. So if I just go here, then you can see he's right there. And so then now if you run that command, then it's gonna be like, oh yeah, I can run that command, which I should have copied that command. But I'm just gonna go back real quick and copy that command and then paste it to my thing. So Control A, Control C. And now I will teleport myself to the area. Bam. Oh, here I am. So now if I run the command, it's going to set up the ticking area. So now it'll work. Also, if you have two locations, then the armor stand does nothing. It just points, but it doesn't point to where it needs to point unless you get rid of one. And then there's one left. So yeah, I might add this to the Hermitron thing whenever it's finished, to where I can locate it. So let's get rid of this one and let's go back. So if I want to add a thing to where like only certain players can do things and stuff like that, like I don't know, I'm gonna find some way to implement it anyways, because it seems like a cool system. I also, so this is my first prototype here. This is with an item. So if I activate this one, and then I just kind of, I think it's an item. No, I think I set it to a snowball actually. So if I throw a snowball, nope. What did I set it to? Oh, nope. That doesn't work. So if I set it to snowball, because snowball works the easiest, snowball doesn't have the, like in the last video you could see how items would fall and then the thing would reset it back to where it should be and fall. So it's automatically always trying to fall, as well as falling sand. But snowballs are all calculated. So if I, as well as potions. So if I throw this, then nothing happens because you need to reactivate it. Nope. I got rid of that location, didn't I? I'm gonna set up a new one, just because I think I got rid of that location over there in that area. So I'm gonna set up a location there. Can't speak. Yeah, okay, so now, oh, you just hit the hammer stand. So now if I throw it, the snowball is going towards should be going that way. But one way to test this is to actually set it to item. So I have it activating within a certain radius of this because I didn't want like all snowballs to be affected by this. But if I set it to item instead, so let me just whoops, let me throw an item here. You can see it's trying to fall and stuff like that, but if I pick it up, and so it's activating within a certain distance of named locator. But if I throw an item named locator, then it doesn't need to stop. So it'll just keep on going, and it's gonna be placed there, but then it's gonna be told to fall and stuff like that. So you can see the items going straight to him, right there. So that's also one way to do it, but I prefer this way to do it because it looks really cool, pointing right to him and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty interesting, and that's pretty much all I wanted to really do. Actually, do I have? Now I can do this, and so now that's set to a ticking area, and if I just go way over here, out of the render distance, then I can set it to where he's pointing. So right here, and I place that, bam, he's pointing right to where he should go. So yeah, it's all pretty interesting, and hopefully I'll try and implement it somehow. Maybe I'll have it to where there's a locator for each player, and so then like that's my armor stand, so he'll point to that one, and then that armor stand will point to another, or something like that. Because in the other Hermitron, there's a thing to where you could buy a map to where you could locate it, and so then I might do something like that, try and implement something like that here. So yeah, I just wanted to show this proof of concept thing. It hasn't been implemented at all, and it's pretty interesting. So yeah, bye.